Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday and happy July 4th. So, I wanted to quickly come on today and talk about intention because there is so much power in intention. So, the power of intention really works within the law of cause and effect and the law of cause and the law of cause and effect and the law of attraction. So, what are you intending for your life? So, I want to give a couple examples on ways that I've really used intention to get different outcomes that I've wanted. So, I'll start with today because today is Independence Day and I didn't have a lot of time to look up what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to have a fun July 4th because there's a bunch happening and I'm one of those people. I just like to be in the action. So I didn't get a chance actually to look this up before because I was finishing my book. So I turned in my A to Z Happy book. If you've been following along, the book is complete. So exciting. So my intention was before July 1st, which I actually finished it, I think July 2nd. But the intention was to get it done in June. But then I told myself over the weekend, like, I'm not going to go have fun until I finish the book. So I ended up finishing the book Saturday, sending it to the publisher before I went to a barbecue with some friends and family. So that was really great. But the intention, so this is really what I want to talk about with intention. So what's really important is you must know what you want clearly. So I wanted the book done. And then why do you want it? Because the why is really going to propel you into getting into action. Because you might want something, even though a lot of people are not very clear on what they want. So it's so clear. Like, we want to be happier, of course. But what is it for you that's going to make you happier? And it's important to ask because ask and you shall receive. We're not mind readers. So you might think somebody knows, but it's like just be very, very clear and ask for what you want. Because when you ask, it is given. I really believe that. But the trouble is people are not asking because they're not clear on what they want and they don't believe that they will actually be able to get it. So they don't even let their mind go to that point of asking because they don't believe in themselves. They don't believe that they can actually get it. Maybe there's some fear that's coming up. So that's really a good thing to note. Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. Okay, so I wrote this note. I don't know if you can see it, but it says suicide is up. So I have this on my computer, just a little sticky note here, and it makes me really sad. So there's 3 different calls that I was on just in the last couple weeks. One with my mentor and business partner. I'm doing some investments in his business, which is exciting. But he had mentioned he was online and someone in our community was saying some off things online. So we called him and was saying that he's thinking about committing suicide because he's just so overwhelmed with everything he's doing. Just doesn't feel like living anymore. But they had a great talk, and he's not on that path anymore, which is really great. And then I was on another call. I'm going to be on a podcast with my friend Joey. We used to do work together back in the day, and he has this really great podcast, really inspiring men because he's noticed this trend of suicide, and he's a new divorcee, if that's the right word. He recently got divorced, and so people that men that have been divorced have a higher rate of suicide, and so he brought that topic up, and so and then there was another call I was on that was brought up. So I wrote down on a sticky note that suicide is up. So I wrote this a couple weeks ago, and so then it really sparked something in me where I was like, I got to get this book out. And so that was my big why reason. I had this intention. I've been on this path writing the book for a very long time, but now it's finally done. And this why reason really propelled me into getting this done because I have, my story is I was at a low point when I was younger. And if you read the Becoming Dynamic book, you'll know all about it. But I was just feeling super low and I didn't want to live anymore. I was getting bullied. It was this whole Cinderella story. So I just created a plan to end my life. So I'm really big on suicide prevention, and that's a huge reason for me to finish this book. So think about what your why is. So have the intention, because really the whole entire universe, all these universal laws that I've been talking about, they're conspiring on your behalf. So when you know what you want, you know why you want it, you are intending to make it happen, you make that decision, this is what is going to happen, then all of a sudden, so these calls that I were on, I didn't even reach out to make these calls. So, this was someone who reached out to me to be on their podcast, someone that had reached out to me for some business advice. And so I it's like you just set this intention, and all of the forces that you need to get inspired, to get motivated, to get connected just seem to fall into place. So that there's just so much power in intention. So that's what I really wanted to talk about today. Also, so the second one, just one more example. So it's July 4th. So I didn't get a chance to really look up fun things to do, but I woke up and I was like, I know there's a lot of fun things to do. My intention was to, get a little festive into this holiday today. So I just started searching for some, activities that were around. We went to the park. We got some, just fun activities. We ran into some friends and had a really great time. And we also got a great parking spot. It was hard at first. We were just skipping. There was like nothing, 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 nothing. Went towards the back, which has just the entrance right there. I found front row parking, where the fence was to get in. So that was kind of fun too. It's always nice when things just seem to like work its way out, and knowing and expecting without getting frustrated. Because when you're frustrated or feel challenged, like that energy, you'll skip opportunities. Or maybe I would have like drove right past that perfect spot. So anyways, those are the two intentions that I had, and I wanted to share. And I really want to, I would love for you to really get clear on what you are intending for your life, for your relationships, for your goals that you're setting, and get crystal clear on it and share it with me. I would love to hear it. I hope you have a wonderful 4th of July. I'm going to watch some fireworks tonight, so that'll be exciting. I love, just watching the sky light up with all these fireworks. So anyways, have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.